In the beginning there was nothing, a vast emptiness the Greeks called chaos. From this void, Gaia the earth emerged. She gave birth to Uranus, the sky. Together they became parents to the Titans. The Titans were mighty, but their reign was not destined to last. Cronus, the youngest Titan, overthrew Uranus, seizing control. Fearful of a prophecy, Cronus resorted to a cruel act. He devoured each of his children. However, Rhea saved their youngest son, Zeus. She tricked Cronus into swallowing a stone instead of Zeus. Hidden on Crete, Zeus grew to manhood. Zeus, strong and courageous, confronted his father. He tricked Cronus into regurgitating his swallowed siblings. Thus freed, the Olympian gods, led by Zeus, waged a fierce war against the Titans. This epic battle, known as the Titanomachy, raged for 10 long years. Finally, the Olympians were victorious. They banished the Titans to the depths of Tartarus, a dark and dreadful abyss. Zeus, as the leader, claimed dominion over the heavens and became the king of the gods with his brothers Poseidon and Hades. Zeus divided the realms. Poseidon became the ruler of the seas, while Hades took dominion over the underworld, the realm of the dead. And so began the reign of the Olympian gods. Among the Titans, there was one who favored mankind. His name was Prometheus, a cunning and rebellious Titan. He saw the potential in humans, creatures still in their infancy. Defying the gods, Prometheus stole fire from Mount Olympus, the celestial home of the gods. He gifted this fire to humanity, empowering them with knowledge and progress. But Zeus, enraged by Prometheus's act of defiance, devised a cruel punishment. He chained Prometheus to a rock where an eagle would eternally feast upon his regenerating liver. Zeus's wrath was not limited to Prometheus. He sought to punish mankind for accepting the stolen fire. He commanded Hephaestus, the god of the forge, to create a woman of beguiling beauty. This woman, Pandora, was gifted with a jar containing all the evils of the world. Pandora, driven by curiosity, opened the jar. Out flew disease, despair, war, and all the other evils that plague humanity. Only hope remained trapped inside, a small glimmer of light in the face of darkness. The world, once a paradise, was now filled with suffering and strife. Zeus, witnessing the consequences of his actions, decided to start anew. He unleashed a catastrophic flood upon the earth, washing away the corrupted world. Only 2 humans survived the deluge, Deucalion and Pyrrha, a virtuous couple who had found favor with the gods. They became the progenitors of a new human race, tasked with rebuilding a world cleansed by the flood. Section 5. The Pantheon, Gods and Goddesses. On Mount Olympus, the gods resided in splendid palaces, each more magnificent than the last, reflecting their divine status and power. Zeus, the king of the gods, ruled with his wife, Hera, the goddess of marriage and family. Together they maintained order and justice among the gods and mortals. Their palace was a place of grandeur and intrigue, where divine councils were held and decisions that shaped the world were made. Apollo, the god of music, light and prophecy, was Zeus's son. He was revered for his artistic talents and his ability to foretell the future. His twin sister Artemis was the goddess of the hunt and protector of wild animals. She was often depicted with a bow and arrows, symbolizing her prowess as a huntress. They were both skilled archers and roamed the forests and mountains, embodying the spirit of adventure and the untamed wilderness. Poseidon, god of the seas, was a temperamental god. His moods could change as swiftly as the tides, making him both feared and respected by sailors. He could be benevolent, calming storms, and granting safe passage to sailors, ensuring their journeys were safe and prosperous. But he could also unleash his wrath, causing earthquakes and shipwrecks, reminding mortals of the power and unpredictability of the sea. Hephaestus, the master craftsman, was the god of the forge. Despite his physical imperfections, his skill in metalwork was unparalleled. He created magnificent weapons and armor for the gods, as well as beautiful jewelry that adorned the divine beings, showcasing his unmatched craftsmanship. His forge, fueled by volcanic fires, was a place of constant activity, where the clanging of hammers and the roar of flames were ever present. Pan, the god of the wild, was half man, half goat. His presence in the forest was both enchanting and terrifying to those who encountered him. He roamed the forests and mountains, playing his panpipes and striking fear into the hearts of travelers, embodying the untamed spirit of nature. Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry, brought joy and celebration wherever he went. His presence was synonymous with festivity and the pleasures of life. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, ensured the fertility of the land. Her blessings were essential for the growth of crops and the sustenance of life. Her daughter Persephone was kidnapped by Hades, the god of the underworld, to be his queen. This event marked the changing of the seasons. Demeter's grief brought about winter, while Persephone's return brought spring, symbolizing the cycle of life and death. Hades, ruler of the underworld, was a stern and imposing figure. His domain was a place of shadows and mystery. He presided over the souls of the dead, who were judged and sent to their respective afterlives, maintaining the balance between the living and the dead. Section 6. Perseus and the Gorgon's Gaze. Among the mortals, heroes rose to prominence, their deeds echoing through generations. Perseus, a young hero, was tasked with a perilous quest to slay Medusa, a monstrous gorgon with snakes for hair and a gaze that could turn men to stone. Aided by the gods, Perseus acquired magical items. He received winged sandals from Hermes, the messenger god, a reflective shield from Athena, goddess of wisdom, and a sword from Hephaestus. Perseus ventured into Medusa's lair, using his shield's reflection to avoid her deadly gaze. He struck off her head, and from her blood sprang the winged horse Pegasus. Perseus, triumphant, returned with the Gorgon's head, which he used to defeat his enemies and save his mother from a forced marriage. Section 7. Hercules' Strength and Trials. Hercules, the son of Zeus and a mortal woman, was renowned for his incredible strength and courage. He was hated by Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, who subjected him to numerous trials and tribulations. To atone for a fit of madness, Hercules was tasked with completing 12 seemingly impossible labors. He slew the Nemean lion, whose hide was impervious to weapons. He captured Cerberus, the three-headed hound who guarded the underworld. He cleaned the Augean stables, a task so immense it seemed impossible. Yet Hercules, with his strength and ingenuity, triumphed over each challenge. His labors became legendary, a testament to his unwavering spirit. Section 8. The Trojan War, a clash of heroes. The Trojan War, a conflict that engulfed the Greek world, was sparked by love and betrayal. It was a war that would be remembered for its epic battles and legendary heroes. Paris, a prince of Troy, abducted Helen, the wife of Menelaus, king of Sparta. This act of passion and defiance set the stage for a monumental conflict. This act ignited a war that would last for 10 long years, a decade filled with relentless battles and heroic deeds. The Greeks, led by Agamemnon, Menelaus' brother, sailed to Troy to reclaim Helen. Their fleet was vast, their determination unyielding. Among their ranks were legendary heroes like Achilles, the swift-footed warrior, and Odysseus, the cunning strategist. These men were not just warriors, they were symbols of Greek valor and ingenuity. The Trojans, led by King Priam and his son Hector, fought bravely to defend their city. Their courage and resilience became the stuff of legends. The war raged on, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The cost of this war was immense, both in terms of lives and the toll on the land. In a climactic duel, Achilles slew Hector, the Trojan champion. This was a turning point, a moment that would be etched in history, but the war was far from over. The Greeks knew that victory required more than just brute strength. In a cunning ruse, Odysseus devised a plan to trick the Trojans. His mind was as sharp as any sword, and his plan would become legendary. They built a giant wooden horse, the Trojan horse, and presented it as a gift to the Trojans, pretending to sail away. This was a masterstroke of deception. Hidden within its belly were Greek warriors, waiting for the right moment to strike. At night, the Greeks emerged from the horse and opened the gates of Troy. The city, caught off guard, was defenseless against the onslaught. The city fell to the Greeks, ending the long and bloody war. The fall of Troy marked the end of an era, but the stories of heroism and tragedy would live on forever. Section 9. Odysseus, a journey of resilience. Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, faced a long and perilous journey home after the Trojan War. His voyage was not just a physical journey, but also a profound test of his spirit and intellect. His journey, fraught with danger and adventure, became a tale for the ages. Each step he took was laden with challenges that tested his resolve and determination. He encountered mythical creatures like the Cyclops Polyphemus, the sorceress Circe, and many other formidable beings that sought to hinder his progress. And the sirens, whose enchanting voices lured sailors to their deaths. These encounters were not just physical battles, but also mental and emotional trials. Odysseus used his cunning and resilience to overcome these obstacles. His wit and resourcefulness were his greatest allies in these dire situations. He escaped from the underworld, a feat that required immense bravery and cleverness, resisted the temptations of immortality and outsmarted his enemies. Each victory brought him closer to his ultimate goal. After 10 years of wandering, Odysseus finally returned to Ithaca. His homecoming was bittersweet as he found his beloved kingdom in disarray. He found his kingdom in turmoil, with suitors vying for his wife Penelope's hand and threatening his son Telemachus. The once peaceful land was now a battleground for power and control. Odysseus, disguised as a beggar, revealed his true identity. His return was a moment of reckoning for those who had wronged his family. With the help of Telemachus and loyal servants, he defeated the suitors and reclaimed his throne. This victory was not just a personal triumph, but a restoration of order and justice. His journey, a testament to human endurance and the power of homecoming, continues to resonate through the ages. The story of Odysseus remains a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit.